Hello to the Booty Crew. I am going to be inviting Becky on here in just a second. So, let me see. Okay. Oh, I think this is it. Guest requests. Becky, if you are watching this, I think what has to happen is you have to request in, or you have to be actually watching. Hello, nurse. Oh, here. Okay, so I think, yep, it's adding back. All right. Hi, Becky.
Hi,
How are you?
how's it going?
Pretty good. I'm going to do a quick intro. Hey, all, anybody who's watching, we are doing another. Um, Hi, Andrea. If you're here, you guys, in the comments, say hi. If you're catching this on the replay, do me a favor and hashtag replay. It helps get this out into the news feed and get around some of that pesky algorithm stuff. Hi, Kristen. I see you in there. I'm Rachel. I'm the owner and photographer of Jasmine Studio, and we are going to be interviewing Becky today. Becky is a client of ours. Becky, when did you have your shoot? In February?
Yeah, it was February 13th. It was actually my son's 10th birthday that I
Oh,
came.
awesome. Yes. So Becky shot with us when we were in the Goggleworks studio, and I'm going to be asking her some questions about the boudoir experience. All right. So first of all, I actually want to say your takeover is going so great. How are
I
you
am
feeling
so
about it?
excited about it. I love it. It's so much fun.
Awesome. I really love what you're posting. And today's image is I keep saying this. I'm like, oh my God, this is your favorite or my favorite from your gallery, but they're all so good. It's hard to choose.
They are. I love them.
Hi, Kristen. Hi, guys. If you're here in the live feed, say hi. All right. You ready for the questions, girlfriend?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Awesome. All right. So, the first question is what inspired you to book your boudoir session? Was it something that you had wanted to do for a while, or was it sort of like a moment of right time, right place?
Um, I don't even know who joined me into the group. Though thank you, whoever it was. Um, I actually, on my 42nd birthday, I saw your post for the booty call. And kind of on a whim, I went ahead and applied and, thought nothing of it. I just turned 42 that day and I'm a mom of two boys and, no, I won't get chosen. And then, holy crap, I did. And it was so exciting. And I actually went to my boyfriend that night and I'm like, what do you think? Because this is him too. Like, this is me sharing my body with other people. And, so it was important to me to get his input. And he's like, oh my God, you want to do this. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Um, so he was very encouraging and it was fantastic. Definitely one of the best things I've ever done for myself by far.
Awesome. Oh, I love that. I love that he was like immediately like supportive.
Oh, absolutely. The whole process, the day that I went, he actually texted me to make sure that I made it to the studio okay. And he's like, just remember, you are beautiful, you are sexy, and you are going to nail this.
Oh my
He's amazing like that.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm gonna quick say hi here. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Jesse. Hey, girls. If you're watching, say hi in the comments.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I love that story, by the way. Love it so much. So my next question is, oh, and by the way, to any of you guys watching, if you have any questions for me or for Becky, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we'll totally take care of them at the end of the interview. Jesse says, "Oh my God, heart melt! Wow, girl." I know, right? It's so
Amen to that. I earned it.
cute.
I earned it. I went through the crappy one first.
I hear you. All right. So my next question is, what was it like prepping for your session? How was lingerie shopping? And did any of the guides help you?
Actually, the guides were fantastic. I did everything I could to follow the rules because I figured you knew best. You knew what was going to work well. You knew what looked good. So I wanted to really follow the rules. Thankfully, my friend Allison, who is a member here,
Hi,
she
Allison.
was, hi, Allison. She was awesome enough to go with me. We had found a lingerie shop in Emmaus. Unfortunately, they have since gone out of business. Otherwise, I'd plug the hell out of them.
Oh, that's a
Um,
bummer.
it is, but she was fantastic. The blue bodysuit, the blue long sleeve bodysuit that I wore, I found there, and it was kind of like an instant. As soon as they saw me put it on, it was like, oh my God, that's it. You have to have that. So it was a fantastic experience. Thankfully, Allison was there with me. She, God, she's such a trooper. So total props to her. But yeah, it was actually fun. It was fun, trying to find the right thing and see what really fit my body well and kind of get out of my comfort zone. It's stuff that I would never have chosen on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. I said I what I love about the lingerie shopping process is it really does make you like think of your body in a different way, because most women,
Definitely.
yeah, most women are not shopping for lingerie on any regular kind of basis. You
Mm-mm.
know, I have a few pieces that I've bought like prior to like, diving into the world of boudoir. Prior to this, like I had some things, and trust me, they're all baby dolls, even though that's a no-no. I love them.
Exactly.
But so yeah, I love that you had a positive experience because I often hear a lot of times that like lingerie shopping is like hell on earth for some people.
It can be very daunting
Yeah.
because you don't know what's going to look good. You have this idea in your head of what you want, and then when you don't find it right away, it's like, oh my God. And I have to say, shopping online was like the worst for me
Yeah.
because I would see these girls who are models. I am not. I am, 5'10" and, not a small little girl. So none of those outfits that look so smashing on these professional models are going to look like that on me. So that part of it was just no.
Yeah. And you know what, even for me still, even though I know better because this is like my profession and I deal with these things every day, even when I'm shopping for lingerie for myself, I still catch myself being attracted to how that piece looks on the model and not necessarily how it'll look on my body type. And I'm a curvy girl. And even like the plus size, this is sort of like one of my bugaboos with Yandy. You see this on Yandy and Fredericks all the time, is that their plus size models are gorgeous women, and I'm not trying to
Mhm.
discount them because they have real bodies, just like we all have real bodies. But
Right.
even the plus size models are very difficult to relate to because they have, gorgeous curvy bodies and flat tummies. And I'm like, I don't know a lot of curvy women who have like flat like tummies where, like
Right.
I've got some fluff in my tummy, And so even looking
Any
at
of us who have given birth.
yes, yeah.
We have that, it's just part of the womanhood. It's part of our journeys as moms and whatever. And man, we earn that fluff.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, so I totally agree. Online shopping can be so difficult for that reason because you're always like I think it's just human nature that like when we're looking at things like that, we're sort of like subconsciously like stacking up to like what is this piece going to look like
Right.
on my body, and you're thinking about somebody else's body. So I love that you like went and tried things on because that's the best way to really
I think you
engage.
have to. I think it's the only way to really see how something is going to look is to actually put it on and have somebody who is not you and who is not super critical look at it and be objective with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. I know that, like, I think that in doing that, it's just like I know I can speak from my own experience, and but I do know that like some of my clients have talked about this. I think that being able to go and try things on, just like you said, with somebody who's going to be objective and supportive, is going to kind of like reduce some of that devastation that I know that I've felt getting like pieces back online, thinking like, oh my gosh, I loved this piece. I was so excited about it. It wasn't even on sale. That's how much I loved it, and like, and then trying it on and being like, oh, because you're alone. You don't, we're our worst critics when we're alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, awesome. So my next question is, well, we talked about this a little bit, but what was the morning of your session like? Were you excited? So, like, tell me about, like, you woke up and knew that you were getting ready to go to your boudoir session. Paint that picture for me.
Well, I woke up and I was excited because it was my son's birthday, and that's kind of like a birthday for me too. So,
Yeah.
you have to get excited about that. Um,
And 10th, right? That's a big one.
yeah, double digits. You
Yeah.
can't beat double digits. So, so yeah, I got my kids off to school, and I had had my bag packed the night before, and was just kind of, took my time getting ready, showering, and doing all that kind of stuff. And my nerves didn't hit until I got in the car and started driving. And you start driving and you're singing and you're dancing. Okay, this is what I do. I sing and I dance and I, do Zumba routines in my head and what have you. And then like all of a sudden it was like, oh, I have to go do this. What am I thinking? Because literally, my anxiety, I canceled this like 10 times in my head. There were 3 or 4 times that I canceled it with my boyfriend, and I was just like, I can't do it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not cut out for this. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not thin enough. I should have lost 30 pounds before I agreed to do this. What am I thinking? Um, and then I got there, and you and I kind of arrived at like the same moment, and we kind of met out in the hall, which was nice. And I went in, and Kylie was there, and she sat me down, and you know it was kind of instantly she just put me at ease, and I just relaxed, and it was like, okay, just let it happen, just enjoy the process, enjoy having somebody pamper you a little bit, get you all pretty in a way that I've never been pretty before. um, and then once the session started, it was not even a thought. Like, you just really had me at ease from the get-go. It was, okay, here, I want you to do this, and breathe in like this, and and it was just good. Like, it all just worked and felt comfortable right away.
Oh, good. Actually, that is one thing that was really, really notable about your session was that you really, I was like, oh my gosh, like it did not take you long to like just let go. And I think that, for some people that happens like 10, 20 minutes into their session. For some people that never happens, but for you, I felt like it was just so quick. And so we just had like, you were like easily like moldable, if
Right.
that's a term. And so yeah, and I think that's so important, for like the outcome of the session is to just be like, okay, I'm gonna let go and we're just gonna go for it.
Absolutely. You kind of just have to. I think Jamie had said it too last week that, it was just a matter of going with the process. Like I said in my Tushy Tuesday post, when Rachel says she's going to give you a wedgie, you let her give you a wedgie. Like, I've never had someone offer to give me one before, but hey, if sure, why not? So really, that's, just letting it happen, allowing it to be what it is, and the amazing experience that it is. Just soak it up, soak it in, just let it be.
Yes, I love it. All right. So my next question is actually for you guys watching. If you are watching live with us, say hi in the comments. If you're catching us on the replay, do me a favor and hashtag replay. And for anybody who's like hopping on and is just like kind of halfway through this, we are interviewing Becky on her boudoir experience for her client takeover. And yeah, it's good to have you guys. There's a bunch of people here. Hi, Kim. Hi, Erica. Hi, Tara. Who's this? Hi, Lisa. There's another Kim. Hi, Kim. Katie Whitmer. I hate online lingerie shopping. Yes, girl. It is the worst.
Absolutely.
But there's so limited options in this area. And Becky, you were saying the place that you went to in Emmaus closed down.
It did. I would. There's my girl Allison. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi, Allison.
But yeah, I would totally have, pasted their names all over the place because they were fantastic. The woman who owned it was just amazing. Like I said, the bodysuit, when I found it, she was so in love with it on me that she actually gave me a discount without needing to, because I was going to buy it anyway. But
awesome.
yeah, it was fantastic. So if you can find an actual store, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Ashley.
Hi, Gladys. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for joining, guys. All right. So my next question is, what were your expectations of the session versus the reality, and was there any difference? This is one of my favorite questions.
I had no idea what to expect. But I think the best way to answer that is to explain. I actually did some pictures topless, which for me was huge. And I will never forget, like we were getting towards the end of time, and I said to Rachel, I said, so would this be a good time for me to do topless? And she got this huge smile on her face. And like you were just laughing and you're like, oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. And Kylie got all excited. It was so cute. And and so I did. And I can honestly say that I forgot. When we were filming, I totally forgot that I didn't have a top on. Totally forgot. And it was just, they had me so comfortable that it was just not even a consideration in my head. Like when I went to get dressed, I was like, oh, right. Need to take off. So yeah, I think that, that was reality. That was, for me, that was reality, was just such comfort. And I just loved it. I loved every moment of it. It was fantastic.
I am so glad, and I'm so glad that you did topless photos because I feel like, and I always say, like, if you have an inkling that it's something that you might want to do, to just go ahead and do it because worst case scenario, we just delete the photos like they never happened. But,
Yeah.
it really is like we just never in any regular basis get the opportunity to see our bodies the way that an artist sees it. And, when you get to see it in that way, that's not fresh out of the shower, picking yourself apart, I know I do that. And like we were talking about with butts, like when you're in the mirror and you turn around to look at your butt and it's not popped, and it's just like you see all the little dimples and stuff. I know I have them, so I'm so, so glad. And they turned out amazing.
They really did. And my guy loves them. When he was looking through his viewfinder, he, he started looking and, got through the first couple of pictures. And then he got to one that was topless and he just goes, boobies. Because, all men are 14-year-old boys when it comes to boobs. So it was cute.
Right? Oh my gosh, I love that. All right. So my next question was, and this was so great um, because with your crew it is always like a party.
Yes, it is.
What was it like coming in for your reveal?
So I literally brought my girls with me. My friend Allison, who had gone lingerie shopping with me, and my friend Paige. Paige is also one of our babes. She has done the pictures and gorgeous. Um, they came along with me, and I'll tell you what, I am so grateful. I am so thankful that they were there. It is so difficult to go through all those pictures and pick what you like the best. And what I liked and what I questioned, they were just like, oh my God, you have to have that. And they really helped me make my decisions. And luckily, my friend Tara, who just did this, I was lucky enough to come to her reveal.
Yeah.
And like it was so cool to be able to do the same thing with her, was, to really help her figure out really what was best and what we loved, and what she was second guessing was perfect
Yes.
and had to have it.
Yes, I know. I do love that because when you have like more support in the room and like because it's such a vulnerable thing that you're going through and like even though like we had a beautiful gallery, the
Right.
obstacle I think is overcoming like some of these ideas that we have as far as like our definition of beauty and where we stack up on that spectrum. And so yeah, like all of your girlfriends were so supportive and so amazing. And I think with Paige, you were on vacation because,
Yeah.
yeah, we joked
I
about
was in
we wanted to
Mexico.
FaceTime
Yep.
you. So I'm glad you got to experience that with Tara.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
All right.
Allison, you're just too, my love.
Yes, I'm so excited for Allison to book her session. Right,
She
Allison?
needs to do it. She
She's going
so
to do
needs to do it. All of these girls need to do it. Get on it, ladies.
right? All right, so my next question is what was your favorite? I think I know what your boyfriend's favorite was, but what was your favorite of the art pieces that you got?
I love the book. I love it. The quality of the book itself, the way the images look on the paper, it is fantastic. It is the most beautiful album I've ever seen in my life, and I just adore it.
It really, oh my gosh, it printed so beautifully. And you know what I really love about your album, other than like how hot you look, is is again that blue bodysuit and the way that it printed on the page. It just like, oh, like it was so beautiful.
Yeah, that was definitely like my favorite piece.
Love it. And of course, the viewfinder is great too.
I think it's his favorite.
I was just telling a client this morning during a session about how, Christmas morning for the last couple of years, I've woken up to photos of husbands with viewfinders in front of their face, and it's like the best gift for me on Christmas morning to see it.
Definitely.
All right. So my next question is, has your personal definition of beauty changed since your session?
Um, it has. Um, I am one of those girls who has always struggled with my own beauty. Um, you know, and I know I said it when I first got my package. I had been teased as a kid. I had been bullied, basically from the end of sixth grade through high school graduation. It was something that happened every day. So building on that, I was then married to a man who couldn't even tell me on my wedding day that I looked pretty. So it was a big struggle for me to see myself as anything other than ordinary, just your basic girl, just, nothing different, nothing special, nothing, whatever. Um, and I'm fortunate now to have a man who, when I wake up in the morning and I walk out into the kitchen with my hair a mess, my glasses on, my breath stinking, he catcalls me every morning. um, and it's amazing. Um, and he sees it. And looking at my pictures, I finally do too. But it took a lot. And sometimes I still question, and I go back and I look at those pictures, and I kind of surprise myself because I don't match what I would consider beautiful to be, you know? Um, but I am. And that took me a while to find that place. It took me a lot. I mean, I'm 42 years old. It took me 42 years to find that. Um, and it's still a struggle. It will always be a struggle for me. Um, but definitely doing this and having the pictures and being able to see that, yeah, it's changed, and I am beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I told you this at some point during our time together that, like, had you never told me any of that, I would have never guessed. Like, I would have never guessed that you had those feelings about yourself because of your past. Because when I look at you, and when your boyfriend looks at you, and when your friends look at you, we see this beautiful, kind, amazing woman. And so I'm so glad that, like, you've gotten to this point, because I can remember, um, oh my gosh, when I had my first baby. And I think that every woman, to a certain extent, after their first child, and they go through that, really like epic change in their lives and their bodies. I spent so many years hating my body because I didn't recognize it, because it wasn't, what it was. And
Mm.
when I had my second baby, I was like, I don't have another minute in my life to spend hating this body. And so it doesn't matter when it happens, it's the fact that eventually you can get there. And I love so much that, like, we got to be a little part of that journey for you, because it's so true. Like, like, despite the hair and makeup and like the sexy pictures or whatever, at the end of the day, like, the woman in that photo is still you. And that's how your boyfriend sees you, and that's how we see you, is like, it's the essence of you.
And I'm so thankful for that. I mean, this process has been such a gift to me, that when I say it was worth every penny, it was worth every damn penny. It really was. It's difficult for me to even like talk about this stuff, but I'm very thankful.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing all of this with us. I think that sharing our stories with each other is so important, and it can be so powerful, because you never know who is, like, silently watching and needed to hear this today. So I really appreciate that you were willing to do this, and that you were willing to share this in the client takeover, which is going amazing.
Well, thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Of course.
This has been fantastic. I've been having so much fun trying to come up with my posts every day and
Yeah.
craziness.
I love it. Thank you so much. All right. So I don't think we had any questions in the comments. I think I, like, take them all up with my questions, but thank you guys so much, everybody who's been here and watching. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Holly. Hi, Gladys. Yeah, this has been so awesome. Thank you again so much, Becky. And yeah, so my last question really is, like, do you have anything else to add?
Um, I know I've said it already, but ladies, if you consider it at all to be an option to do this, do it. Don't do it for him. Don't do it for, do it for you. Do it because you deserve it and because you are gorgeous. Even if you haven't figured it out yet, you will. So do it.
I 100% wholeheartedly agree with
Absolutely.
that. All right, Becky. Well, then I will let you go, and I will talk to you soon. All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.